Hey guys, welcome to Laratips. Previously, I have made two tutorials on how to format multi-level categories. One was with using single query and other was using has many relationship which uses multiple queries. And many of you have asked me how to show this category in a blade view. And today in this video, we are going to see how to show these categories in a blade view. And we'll be using Laravel blade components. Let me show you the final product. The final product will look like this. So this is the main category, then its children is this, and this is also its children, and this also has children, this and this, and total there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 levels of categories. So now let's see how to build this. Now let me refresh the page. The arrows are gone over here, and now if I show you here, so it is just a normal blade. The one that I have shown you before was a completed version. Now this is the one that is in the beginning. As you can see here, I am just passing the categories to the blade from the web like this as a tree, and this category tree is from my earlier video tutorial, and I'll be leaving the link to that video tutorial just below that like button. Now these categories, we are looping through the categories and showing the category name, and if this category has children, then we are again showing that child name, and again if that child also has some other children, then we are again doing this. But let's say now this child too also has children, then we need to again do a for each loop, but we don't want to add for each loop over here again. Let's say there are 10 levels of categories, then we don't want to write for each loop many times. We just want to write the for each loop only once. Now let's see how to do this. And here I am using Tailwind CSS for styling. You can choose anything that you want. Now let's see what are common over here, and we'll extract those. So this one is common. So here, here and here, these are duplicated. And this category name, child name and child to name, we can pass these after making this into a component. So let us make this into a component. So I'll go here inside the components and I'll say category.blade.php and I'll paste it over here. And instead of child to, we'll say category name. So here we have a component. Now let us replace this with the component. Let's say x dash category like this, and we need to pass this category here. So we'll say here category, and here I'll say this child to like this, and it will automatically take the name from it. So now we don't need this. And we can just copy this and replace it over here, and instead of child 2 we'll write here child, and here also we'll replace it, and instead of child 2 we'll say category like this. Now in the browser, if I just reload, then we can see the same thing. Nothing has changed, which means that our refactor was successful. Now we can again see the similar pattern over here like this. So we have a category and we are looping through the children of the categories, and again here we have the category and we are looping through the children of the category. So this thing is happening multiple times, and here also we can see this space y2 is similar on every one of these, but ml-16 is added to the children only. So we need to consider that as well. So now let us refactor this into its own component. We'll create categories component. So again, let us go here in the components and let us create categories component. Categories.blade.php. I'll copy this and I'll paste it over here, and here we'll pass this as a prop. So here we'll say categories, and instead of child 2 we'll say category like this, and let us just leave this as it is here. Now here, instead of for each loop, we can say here like this x dash categories, and here we need to pass the categories, and here the categories will be child, children like this. And now we can simply remove this from here. Let me save it and let me go to the browser and reload. We can see the same results, which means that we are doing it correctly. Now if we see here, we can replace this with the categories component. because if you see here in the categories, then it is looping through the categories and showing the category. But here we have one extra thing, which is x-categories, but inside here we don't have that. But if we look at here closely, this x category and x categories, they are together. So I'll just copy this from here, and inside the category I'll add it like this, and I'll remove it from here. So that's the same thing, which means that if I go here inside the category, it will just show the category and it will show if it has any children, and instead of child we'll just write here category. We are going inside the categories from the category, and again from the categories we are going inside the category, and this part will only be visible if there are categories present. So now if we go here in the welcome blade, we can just simply remove this from here, because this category will automatically show the children over here. So you can see here we have done the right thing, so everything is right. But we also don't need this, because this for each loop can be replaced by these categories. You can see here. So here instead of this, I'll say here x-categories, and here we'll say categories, and I'll pass this categories over here, and I'll just remove this, and I'll refresh here. Then we can see the same results. But you saw that this one shifted a little bit right, because here inside we have this ML16 for every one of the categories, but we want to show this only for the children. So here I'll say if the category is child, then we'll show your ML16, otherwise we'll just return null. And this eachChild is method on the category. Inside here we can see eachChild method, which means that if the parent ID is not equal to null, then it is a child. And you can see the database schema in my previous videos. Now if I reload here, then everything is same, which means that if there is any number of levels of categories, then we have to just write x-categories and pass that category tree like this from the route like this tree, then it will automatically show the categories. And here I am only showing you this simple tree, but you can use the same logic to create complex category tree. Now let us also show this arrow over here. I'll go here inside the categories, and here inside the category I have this category name. So in front of this name I want to show this arrow. So here I'll wrap this with a div, and if category is a child, then we want to show that arrow, and I have a SVG, which is this. If it is a child, then only it will show this SVG, which is the arrow. So when I reload, it is showing me these arrows, but it is showing on top of the children. Let us fix this. So I'll make it a flex container and items center. Now everything is in place. We can see this on the left hand side and this on the right hand side.